Alright everyone, hello. Can you hear me? How was the stream? Alrighty. Sorry about that, guys. This is the first stream, and I want to make sure everything is adjusted properly. Alright, so as I said before, we'll be flying the Rotate MD-80 to Pensacola, Florida. And such a great aircraft, really well done. Texture work is very beautiful. Probably one of my favorite planes to fly. It's a bit tricky, a bit kind of out there, but it's a great plane. And we'll be doing it in the Value Jet livery. Value Jet is a kind of retro airline. It's no longer an airline. It was bought by, well, it merged into AirTran, and then Southwest eventually bought it. But pretty infamous for its crash. One of its planes caught on fire. But yeah, we'll be doing this livery. Nice little retro livery for this airplane. And without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, we will start with our battery. And please, in the comments, let me know if the audio and quality is fine on your guys' end. Do the battery. We'll go ahead and turn on the start pump for the APU. APU bleed air. And we'll go ahead and start the APU. Alright, APU is spooling up, which is great. And we are also running the latest audio pack for this aircraft, which is in the description. I posted. Alright. APU is spooling up. Oh, looks like on that disconnect the links are gone, so if any of you want those sound pack links for this airplane, I can just link them to you in the chat. Go ahead and turn down some of that exterior volume. I know the MD-80 can be loud. Alright. APU is on. We'll turn on the buses. Galley power. Alright. We'll turn on the overhead panel lights. Start pump can go off. Seatbelt signs. No smoking on auto. Emergency lights on. Anti-fog and anti-ice for our windshield set. And we can start drawing fuel from the left tank. Go over to our air conditioning packs and turn those on. But with this airplane, we do need to turn on the pneumatic cross feed valves for the air conditioning to start. Go and turn on some more lights. Set our radios. Alright, she's slowly coming to life. We'll turn on our flight directors. Turn on some more lights. FMC. Terrain radar. Head down here and turn on our auxiliary hydraulics for now. Cool. Alright guys, we can turn our temp to cap in there. Put our ice protection to captain mode. And we can run the test in a bit. We'll turn on the logo light and our strobe lights. Alright. We're looking good there. we can head over here to our, start calculating our weight and our trim. So we'll go ahead and open the cargo doors, and we'll do the aft door. We'll load about 10,500 pounds of fuel. We'll make it 11,000. And total payload can be 14,000. Alright. Cool. So pretty light. We'll start expediting the fuel and cargo and passenger loading. And we'll even do some ground handling. Everyone likes a little ground handling. There we go. Alrighty, our fuel is being loaded. Everything is looking good. Let's go back to our outside view. Looking pretty. Alright, there we go. Look at that. We got our cargo being loaded. Luggage. Also, by the way, guys, this is a Payware airport scenery add-on. It's actually pretty nice. It's about 15 bucks. And it's a good little add-on to have. I don't know if you fly from this part of Tennessee a lot, but it's a nice little add-on. I can actually show you the airport as we're loading up. Let's go free cam. So Knoxville, here we are. You can see there's some good texture work, some good additions that are more realistic to the actual airport. Much better than the default, in my opinion. It's a nice little cloudy evening. And what we do gotta watch out for, I can move my mouse. Just a little bump here. You guys see this? Got a bit of a dip there. That'll be quite a bumpy takeoff. But just look at those mountains. Look how nice that looks. Very pretty. Very pretty. So we'll be departing runway 05, which is right, 05 right, which is right here. And we'll be making a hard turn back on course. So yeah, we'll be taking off from here. Bit of an incline there. We just gotta power through it. Nice. Go ahead and get rid of ground handling for now. Bit noisy. Alrighty. Fuel is almost fully loaded. There we go. That's good. We can start calibrating our FMC and our trim as the rest of the cargo and stuff is being loaded. So we'll go post in it. Go over here to our overhead. Go to the line mode. Go back down to our FMC. And type in the airport we're at now, so KTYS. We'll enter that. Go route page. And we'll flip it to nav mode. Alright. And today we are Victor Juliet Alpha 1589. That is our flight number, and we are going to Kilo Papa November Sierra. That's our destination airport, and we'll be departing runway 05 right. There we go. Now we just have to wait 5 minutes for the IRS to align our avionics. And once that's set, we can start planning out the rest of our trip. Alright. Move on to our trim. Cargo is still being loaded. We can go ahead and close our aft door. There we go. So right here we got a CG of 22.6. So we'll use our flap calculator, or our trim and flap calculator here. So CG of 22.6, which is about there, and we're gonna do, whoops, we can do a flaps 15 takeoff. Like so. Alright, and we can go ahead, that gives us a long trim of 4 up. Like so, that's a trim of 4. Alrighty, so we are trimmed, and we can go ahead and do flaps 15 right now. There we go. Let's look at it from the wing view. Look at that. Beautiful texture work on those wings. I just love it so much. This is by far one of my favorite aircraft, if not my favorite aircraft on next plane. I love the MD-80. And I can't wait for the MD-11 to come out that he's making. Whenever that comes out, that'll be great. Alright, that's flaps 15. Looking good. Alright. And our IRSs are still being aligned currently. We can go ahead and check our... Got a little bit more to go on the cargo. Everything up here is looking superb. We can do our wind shear test. Alright, and we can go to our alright. GPWS warnings. Cool. And our stall test doesn't work on this airplane for some reason, which is fine. Alright, yeah. Overhead panel looks good for now. go ahead and turn on some more floor lights. Both sides. Alright. Got a bit more to go with that. And it looks like our IRSs are aligned. Let me pull up the barometer, or the altimeter. The latest one here. It's 3010 for Kilo Tango Yankee Sierra. 3010. We'll put that in right now. Nope. Ah, there we go. And that aligns with both pilot or the captain and the first officer side. Alright, we can go ahead over here again. And we can activate this. For departure, there's no SIDS, so it's going to be just runway 5 right. We'll go to our route page. And let me get a little nav map up here. Alright. So, let's get our VORs in. To Fidge. OCACA. Corpa. Let's go Etowah. Felto, there we go. And we have 2 more. MGM. Mike Golf Mike. And last one is Pensy. There we go. We will select our arrival for KPNS, which is going to be the RNAV Brent, runway 17. So R17. Okay. And yes, that Pensy. And yes, that's correct. Waban is the next VOR. This is our arrival pattern. And O'Buffy is our holding pattern. God forbid we have to go around. Which we shouldn't have to. Alright, and with that being done, we can go ahead and put in our CFW weight. Which is 91999. And our cost index is 50. Alright. And our cruising altitude. Here. Like our flight's only gonna be 54 minutes. Pretty quick. You can always go back if you want. Let's see. Yeah, we'll do. Yeah. We'll stick with 240 on this one. Yeah, 240 will work for us. Alright. Transition 18,000. Flight level 240 for our final cruising altitude. And yes, we can go to our takeoff. Calculate our V1, rotation, and V2 speeds. We'll go ahead and pull up the OAT temperature is 2 Celsius, which is about 36 degrees Fahrenheit. So we can go ahead and do that. There we go. Our rotation speed is 118 knots, V2 127. Alright. Cool. We're looking good, guys. We're looking good. You're looking good. Alright. We can get out of this little nav page. And at this point, everything should be loaded, which it is. We can close our cargo doors. And we can get our pushback tug over here. Let's see here. Yes, runway 05 is all the way back there. That will put our tail to the left. Right there. We'll connect
Ground
first.
to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Cool. Here comes our tow. Turn up the floodlights. Damper. Just doing another look at the overhead, making sure everything looks fine for now. Yeah, I turned that off. Alright. Here comes our tug.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
Alright.
Ground to cockpit, please show me where you want to go.
Where you want to go here, pal?
So connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Parking brakes released.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
We'll start our engines. Packs off. Little pumps on. And we'll do ignition system A. We'll monitor our left DC bus volts. Everything's looking tidy, everything's looking good, so we can go ahead and start engine number 1. Let's go check on that engine. We're looking for about 20 to 21 N2 for the left engine.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Set our parking brake. And there we go.
Disconnecting tow.
21
Stand by.
RPM, we're injecting fuel into engine 1. I'm gonna turn on a little more floodlights. And for any of you that are planning on getting this aircraft or want to buy it, you do want to keep your pneumatic pressure valves on when starting the engines. It it helps with the engine start process, so you want to have those on. If they're off, your engine won't start. So we do have electrical power coming from engine 1, so we can turn off that one. We can move on to engine 2.
So is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal will be on the left. We'll see you next time. Have a safe flight.
Alright, thank you. We can go ahead and turn on our anti-collision light because we are starting the engines. About 15 RPM for engine 2. Go ahead and without our landing lights, we won't turn them on yet. We will turn on our taxi light. It's 20 and 21, we'll call it. Inject fuel. Beautiful. And okay, that's all set good. We'll turn off our ignition. That's already on. We'll turn off both. Yep, they're set. We will turn off our APU bleed air, our APU bus switches, and our APU switch itself. Packs can go back on. You can hear the air conditioning. Pneumatic pressure valves can go off. We can go ahead and set our auto brake to takeoff mode right now. And we're looking good. We're looking good. And we can't forget about our engine hydraulic pumps. Turn off the auxiliary. There we go. We got 30 psi for our hydraulics. Cool. We will go ahead and set our speed bug right here to 250 knots. There we go. We'll set our altitude to 18,000, which is our transition altitude. You always want to make sure you click it in to select the actual altitude. You have to click it in. We'll do our vertical speed. 2,000 feet a minute. That's set. And we're ready for taxi, guys. We are ready for taxi. Doing another glance. Always want to make sure everything is set. See, I forgot the yaw damper. There we go. We're fine. We can go ahead and release our parking brake. We're ready. And go ahead and replug that in. There we go. Okay, let's get going, guys. Let's get going. We're all set. And I'm using honeycomb gear, the honeycomb Bravo throttle quadrant, and the Alpha yoke, which are very nice pieces of equipment. Definitely recommend it. I'm waiting for those pedals to come in. They're making. The whole setup will be a nice one. Let's see here. If you are new, guys, please like and subscribe. It would help me a lot. Really appreciate it. I want to get this channel going. I want to get this channel started, fired up. I love doing this stuff. It's my passion. I want to be a pilot for my career. So yeah, guys, if you're into this like me, please subscribe. It would mean a lot. So the ValueJet airline, I believe they had most of their fleet were DC-9s, and they had a couple early MD-80s, like MD-81 and MD-82, and those ones they didn't have the tail that we have. We're the MD-88 now. They didn't have the tail that we have. They had like more of a cone-shaped tail. It was different for the early variants of the MD-80. There are a lot of good. I told you earlier about the DC-9 that caught fire and unfortunately crashed. There's some good videos on that. It was pretty terrible. I believe the cargo caught fire and pretty much just cut the hydraulics, cut everything. Pilots couldn't control it. Yeah, pretty sad, but the airline did merge with AirTran, and then it was eventually bought by Southwest, as we know it today. Alright, we made it to runway 05, right?
Approaching 05, right.
Yes, we are.
On runway 05, right.
That's checked. On the brakes there. We will arm the speed brakes. We already set our auto brake. Flaps are set and checked, indicating 15 degrees. We're good. Alright guys, without further ado, let's get going. We'll set our engines to takeoff mode. And it is saying localizer failed because we are not on the localizer. The MD-80 has it in red, which is kind of alarming, but it's nothing.
On runway 05, right. On runway 05, right.
Alright, let's go guys. Landing lights on. We'll do full taxi lights. Parking brake off, okay. And let's spool them up. We'll turn on the auto throttle. ...118 knots. Ooh, look at that bump. stable on the runway. V1 and rotate 118. It's positive rate, gears going up. Speed select climb mode, and without further ado, autopilot. We'll go on, select nav. We'll be making our turn. Go ahead and disarm. Auto brake and the speed brakes. We have the scratch pad. We are on course, well, we're heading on course to the first VOR. Let's do a flyby. Oh yeah, look at that. Beautiful MD-88. That's what we like to see. And go ahead, start retracting the flaps. Look at that view. So nice.
Stabilizer motion.
Stabilizer motion. And flaps can come up fully all the way. Passing 4,000 feet. There we go. Goodbye, Tennessee. Alright, returning on course. Go ahead and increase our vertical speed there. A little more. You can see here, we are on course to our first VOR. There we are, heading to EVGA and continuing on our course. Passing 7,000. That is checked. Alright, very nice. We're approaching 10,000 feet. We'll go ahead and adjust our altitude for our cruising, which is 240. Just checked here. Let's go ahead and do another flyby. That was sick. Look at that. Beautiful. So beautiful. See down there, those little swamp areas. Alright, we're passing 10,000 feet. We can go ahead and accelerate. We'll do 310 knots. Whoops, didn't mean to zoom in like that. 310 knots, we can turn off the landing lights. Right, cool. We are looking good. Nearly to our cruising altitude. Almost there already. Yeah, if you guys haven't seen videos, this thing, the MD-88, can really climb when it wants to. You've seen videos of the plane just taking off from an airstrip. Those pilots must be going at a vertical speed of like 3,000 or something like that. That thing is like a rocket, maybe greater. That is like, looks like a 90-degree pitch. They really climb, man. These truly are mad dogs, powerful beasts. The iconic JT-AD engines. Making our left turn at Etowah. Kinda hard to see, but we're getting some wing flex there. A little bit of turbulence. Nothing major. And about 1,000 feet to go. And there's our level off. G40. We can put her at cruise mode. Let her take a rest. And it is smooth sailing from here, guys. I think I'm tired of that music. Let's move on to something else. There we go. Something a little different. Yeah, guys, so I'm planning on doing much more streams like this. Really love X-Plane, so I'll be definitely. I have most of the popular planes that are on the store. I love flying the 737-200, 727. Got a few GA planes as well we can do. So I'm really looking forward to some future streams, of course. Always fun. Go ahead and add those links in the description right now for where you can find this plane in the X-Plane store. Just a quick link to the sound pack as well. Do that for you guys. Alright, there we go. Got the links in there. Alright, looks like we got, let's see, 37 minutes left. If that. Pretty short flight today, guys. Yeah. Looking good. Alright. Sorry for being quiet, guys. I was just taking care of some stuff there. We are looking good. Yeah, so my mod right now, Mortality, we both do some X-Plane flights. He more so enjoys GA, but we do some flights in the Baron 58 and the Bonanza Cessna 172, which are always some fun flights. We can maybe do some streams of that in the future. But yeah, really looking forward to opening this up here and making this channel something nice for aviation lovers like you and me. Please type in the comments what planes you would like me to fly in the future. I'm thinking maybe our next stream, the 737-200. But it's up to you guys. Just comment down below. I'd love to see your thoughts on the stream, how everything's going, and just what you would like to see. Some feedback. would be much appreciated, since we are new. And it is really dark. It is pitch black. And we got quite the crosswind, actually. 52 knots, damn. But we're maintaining it well. Oh, I actually forgot to do something. I forgot to adjust our altimeter to 29902, which you should have done above, I believe, 18,000 feet, because it's standard air pressure above that elevation. So, a little late on that, but there we go. Stand by for just a second, guys. I'll be right back. Alright, we are back, guys. Like, we are almost at our last VOR. We'll be arriving at our top of descent pretty soon. So we'll be taking runway 17 for our arrival into Pensacola. Let's see here. Yeah, so we should be on a heading of 100, of 170. Yeah, we have more than enough runway. Be fine on that one. Our fuel is looking good. Everything continues to work out as we want. I shouldn't say that though. Alright, we're almost at Mike, Golf Mike. And after that, we'll be at our top of descent. Future flights, I'm thinking we'll do some VATSIM, but on this flight I didn't want to do that, just for the first stream, just to get comfortable and everything with doing this. Probably our next flights we can definitely do some VATSIM. Always enjoy doing that. Alright, our right turn is coming up here soon. Such a interesting aircraft though, isn't it? Like, I love it to death, but like, I don't know what they were thinking when they were making this overhead panel and, you know, like configuring the entire cockpit. Just very, I mean, it has order to it, but it could be done a lot better. Just a very unique aircraft. Unfortunately, they don't fly anymore. I think Everett's Air, I think it's called, the Alaskan Cargo Carrier, has a couple DC-9s and MD-80s, but they're made for cargo, which is pretty interesting. MD-80 hauling cargo, but yeah. I'm sure some other airlines that I don't know of still use the MD-80 as Actually, yeah, in Africa, I think they use a lot of DC-9s and MD-80s. And yeah, many other airlines, smaller airlines, but your main Delta and you know, airlines like that, they used to have the MD-80s, but not anymore. They're all retired. But we do have the MD-95 left, which is the 717. Yeah, so that's the last of the of these types of aircraft. We still have the MD-10, MD-11 being used for freight. But yeah, it's no more passenger for these McDonnell Douglas planes, really. Kind of being faded out. But these are very safe planes. So I've heard they're very safe. Unless, of course, you watched the Denzel Washington movie Flight. Or it was actually a flight Alaska 261, I believe. It was based off that movie, or the movie was based off of that incident where the jack screw in the horizontal stabilizer broke, and the plane had to go inverted because of the angle of the stabilizer, and yeah, they eventually crashed into the water. But just a lot of maintenance issues for some airlines, but the plane overall was a very safe plane. So here we are, we're making our slate. Right turn. Passing Mike, Golf Mike, and we're headed straight to Tennessee. There's a little ways to go. 97 nautical miles. But we'll be hitting our top of descent here shortly. Let's see, just to get prepared, let's look at our approach, our rough speeds and everything. Yeah, so we'll do flaps. I think for this, yeah, we can do flaps 40. That'll be fine. So 141 knots. And yeah. Alright. Yeah, so you can see we're right now at Pensacola. We're headed to Pensacola. So this is our last big war. Should have let the passengers walk and stuff, but you know, we'll be extra safe. Just keep them seated, their seatbelts on. Actually, before we descend, I do want to look at the arrival altimeter so we can put that in to our little thing. Cabin pressure and everything. Altimeter 29907. Actually, this one's telling me 299er. And yeah, this one looks better. 299er and wind gusting at 3 knots. Which should be okay. Right. And we'll be descending to an altitude of 2,700 feet. Then we'll graduate off from that. Let's look at the passenger view. Pitch black, but you know, let's give it a shot. Yeah. Very nice. Can't hard to see, but the moon is up there. Pretty cool. I think night flights are very pretty. Very calming, very pretty. But we'll definitely, obviously we'll change it up. Do some day flights. We want to see the scenery after all. Which I do have some custom scenery loaded in some parts of the world. Looks very nice. Alright, we hit our top of descent. We can go ahead and descend to 2,700 feet. Slowly. Input that in. And vertical speed. I want to go ahead and just reduce our speed to 300 knots. If any of you out there have any better suggestions or anything of how to actually manage this plane, if you're more experienced with it than I will definitely take any comments. This is just how I fly the plane. Works well. So at Wobbin, which is our DOR after Pensy, we gotta be at 2,700 feet. From there, Brent 1,700, and then Alico 800 feet for our final into Pensacola International. Looking at our data right now. Looks like we got 31 knots of crosswind right now, pushing us to our left. Hopefully we break out of that soon. Which we should. Go ahead and bring down the wing lights. We're not going to turn them on. I don't know if this is actually functioned in the next plane, but in real life the wing lights do create a little bit of drag because they extend from the outboards of the wing, which is pretty funny. Help us slow down on descent. But other aircraft are like that too. I believe the Airbus has that. I'm going to slow us down to 210 knots. We're going to pull some speed brakes. We need to really expedite that descent. Go ahead and turn on the landing lights. We're gonna do max speed brakes. The ref speed was 141, I believe. Flaps 40 degrees. No, not takeoff. Approach 141. Yes, 40 degrees. Alright. Good, we're slowing down. Yeah. Alright. Standing out of 10,000 feet. Just about. We're making our left turn onto Pensacola. There we go, our left turn. Almost there. We're gonna reduce our speed even more because we are coming up right on the airport. That's our airport right there. We're making our sharp left turn. Here we go. Beautiful. We're pretty much aligned. We're gonna take control here in a second. Just cut off the music for a little bit more concentration. Okay. Doing good. Go ahead and bring in some flaps. Bring out some flaps. 11 degrees. Let's stabilize our motion. Go ahead and
Stabilizer motion. Autopilot.
take full control. We'll turn on the throttle. Keep on the auto throttle. Then flaps 15. We have control. set the auto brake. Trim this up a little bit more. Clear that out. Okay, cool. Trimmed out. So remember speed 141. So we're gonna keep it at 150, and then I'll reduce in a second. Gonna arm our spoiler or our speed brakes rather. We can go ahead and pull out some more flaps. Last notch, that's 40 degrees. That's what we want. Looks like we don't have any happy lights, so we are on runway 17. Speed is good. Flaps are set, we're looking good there. Gear is going to come out here momentarily. Right now. Gear is going down. And we only have about 5 knots of crosswind. Nothing. Go ahead and arm the auto brakes. This out some more. Up. Actually, yeah, this is 17, so it's a shorter runway. So
1,000.
We're gonna set it to max auto braking. Auto throttle can come off. We have full control. This might be a firm one. We gotta land kind of close. The touchdown
Approaching
markers.
17.
It's a shorter runway. Checked. Take it. Reversers out. Spoilers are out. Nose down. Nose wheel is down. Very good. Didn't want to take any chances there. It was actually
Approaching 08.
pretty short runway. An acceptable runway, or acceptable landing, I can't speak. Auto brake is off. Clean it up, spoilers. We'll vacate on Delta here. Right, I don't know why my reversers are being like that. Reversers won't close, what the hell? Well, let's clean up the flaps. That's odd. Let me try something. No, still wants to reverse. Interesting. Well, we got her down. Safely. That's all that matters. But, yeah, I don't know why my throttles are doing that. I've only had this... Well, I've never had this. It's really odd. Stuck on the reverser mode. Interesting. Alright, guys. Well then. I guess we're gonna park on Delta. We won't end it here, of course. We're gonna show off the replays. Well, that's pretty interesting. Well, now I know this problem for the future. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. Alright. That's interesting. We'll stop it there, I guess. We're not gonna do a full shutdown, but we'll just skip over to our replays. It's a good flight. It's unfortunate that we couldn't do the full taxi in, but we have many other streams to go. Let's see our
100,
approach and landing.
300,
We were perfect speed there. Flaps were out nicely. Pretty nice on the glide slope. And we just got her down. Short runway, we had to get her down.
100,
Yeah. Nice. Spoilers. Reversers. Look at that. And there are stuck reversers. That was very weird. Look at our landing again from another angle. Yeah, so our wing view here says it all, really. We were really aligned nicely. Flaps are full.
1,000,
Let's look at the gear. Pretty high way down there. We're coming in nicely.
500,
Very stable on the approach.
300. 200.
We let up on the speed there.
100. 50, 40, 30,
Flare.
20,
Continued.
10.
Touchdown. And the decel. Firm landing. Firm landing. Very nice. See that again.
100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Nice.
300. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Perfect. Spoilers came out as expected. And we safely stopped the aircraft. We just parked it on the wrong place. But, yeah. Cool, guys. So I hope you enjoyed that flight. I really enjoyed it. I love this airplane. As you may know, like, now, I have a tutorial on it. Yeah, man. MD-80. Love it. It was a smooth flight. I hoped you really enjoyed it. And yeah, we'll definitely have more flights like this in the future. As I said, please comment down below if you have an idea for the next stream for a different aircraft. But yeah, it was fun having you here, and appreciate a like, subscribe if you find this stuff entertaining, and if you enjoyed it. So yeah, guys, I will see you later. Let's just look at that landing one more time
100. 50, 40,
in the
30,
cockpit.
20, 10.
10. Boom. Beautiful. Alright, guys. I'll see you later. It was a good flight.